stages of meditation, and we didn't finish the conversation. So today I intend to go through the stages of meditation to show you how you can measure your own progression, how you can measure your growth, and what do you tinker with to make it better, to progress to the next level. And I will share with you a chart that we started our course with, and it's the, I hope you can see it, it's that chart that has all the 9th level, and it's, again, it's based on the book, the teachings of the Indian master Kamala Shila, and the foundation, that book is the foundation for this course. So this course is a little bit technical. I'm very well aware of it. And it's for somebody who seriously wants to delve and explore the benefits of meditation and tinker with their practice. And if you, like myself, are interested in that, this course is perfect for you. So let's talk about different levels. You see in these pictures, you see a man walking the elephant being the mind. The monkey is the anxiety that we all have. The rabbit is also the distractor. And you see there's also a fire. Fire is the amount of effort that we put. And as you get to the top, the effort diminishes and goes away, and you command your mind, you command your reality. So let's go step by step, stage by stage. So level one has a technical term. It's called placement. Placement is like putting your lips on the cheek. When you're running out of the house, you just give a quick peck on the cheek to your mom, to your husband, to your child. So you literally you're placing your mind on the object very briefly, like that peck on the cheek. And that's good enough. Even if you're at level, there's no bad level here. So I don't want you to feel discouraged to continue every single level. Even if you sit down, close your eyes in the proper posture for a couple of minutes and focus on something good, that's brilliant. That's awesome. So it's aside from putting your mind on the object, it's really about the cultivation of desire or motivation to meditate. So this is that first level. And what you don't, so when you look at all the benefits of meditation, and when we started, I told you that Buddha taught for 50 years, and he sat under the Bodhi tree for a very long time, and he didn't do it to become. There are millions of ways to calm your mind. So it is really to attain higher realities, higher realms, and really to fulfill your fullest potential through this practice. So when you look at the benefits, really huge benefits this practice gives you, you develop your desire to sit down. And you see on this picture, your mind is like a black elephant. Black because there is darkness, lack of awareness in the mind. This is all of our minds. Most of the time, we don't know what's going on there. We don't know what we think about. We don't control it. And the elephant is led by the meditator with the desire to succeed at this understanding. So awareness or mindfulness is really controlling and understanding what's going under the hood. And in front of the elephant is the monkey, the distraction. And that monkey is when we jump between present, past, future and past. We never really know. We're never in the moment where life is happening. So monkey is that big distractor, and it takes the mind, the concentration from the object, and you don't even know it. The monkey is dark, the mind is dark. What we're missing in this picture is the house at the start of the journey, which represents all the causes, all the reasons, all the conditions for the meditations, all the preliminaries, everything we sort of talked about at the very beginning of this course, what you do before you sit down to meditate. And it's quiet house. It's all the conditions for this journey. So that's level one. And it's simply having a desire and motivation to sit down and meditate. Now, once you sit yourself down daily to meditate, you start moving to level two. And level two is called technically a continuous placement. And it doesn't mean that you continuously place your mind on the object at this stage. You see in the picture, the meditator is still running behind the mind. There's no control. The monkey is still ahead. The mind is still jumping around the six senses. It's hungry, noisy. What I need to do. What does that sound? And here we are training we really train the alarm to go off. So the alarm in your system, in your mind, when you notice that something is off, and when you notice they're off, for instance, off the breath. So we did the practice focusing your mind on the breathing. So when you notice that you're off, before you took 3 breaths and you don't even remember what you're doing at this point, but then you caught it and you put yourself back on the breath. That's what you do at this stage. And then we move to stage 3. So at stage 3, and as you see, the fire is the effort, and will continuously diminish as you go through the stages. And at the level 3, see the head of the elephant, the head of the monkey, and the head of the rabbit is getting wider. So we have some idea what's going on. So alarms started to work. So we're training our attention. So we're mindful when we're not in the focus, we're not in concentration, what we sat down to concentrate on. And the elephant is now looking at you. It's looking at the owner. So it's turning back. So this stage, it's called patchwork placement. So here the mind stays on the object, whatever that is. And we did all sorts of objects in the course, but it stays for patches of time. So when when you notice, then you lose track of the meditation. You have greater awareness. And the rabbit appeared. The rabbit appeared in this. Yes, the rabbit appears here. So we didn't have the rabbit in the prior stages. As we cultivate awareness, the rabbit showed up. And the rabbit shows us, so as the monkey is a distractor, the rabbit is the two obstacles that we talked about at some of our classes. It's about agitation and dullness, anxiety and sleepiness. So this is when the rabbit starts showing up and indicates that we start to see, to be aware of this agitation and dullness. So here we start to bring a different tool, different tools to control, to bring the object, to bring the elephant back to the object, to bring your mind and your concentration back onto the object, in addition to that fire alarm. Oops, I'm off. So here we start training the meditation muscle in addition. So we begin noticing when we are sleepy or anxious, and we start pulling those dots or those tools that we discussed. So it's either, and at this stage, you're very distracted by body sensations as well. The legs are hurt. There's pressure in the chest. So through 5, so 3 and 4 and 5, we are finessing. We're finessing the anxiety and dullness. We are working with those two states. We're working with the rabbit pretty much. Now, level 4, we are we're getting into the stage when the dullness, the sleepiness can get potentially very strong. Your mind learned not to leave the object. You can sit down, you're able to focus on it, but you can fall asleep. You can fall asleep and fall down. So you become sleepy very easily. And then the object, it becomes very dull, becomes very fuzzy. So you can get even stability, but you don't have any brightness. Sometimes you focus on something, but it is so smeared. It's so, for instance, we talked about the person in front of you, the golden room meditation. The person is not bright in front of you. You can barely see the contours of the body. I don't know if it happens to you, but it happened to me. So this is the level 4. And sometimes you get stuck between these 3 and 4. So when you get stuck and not moving past that focus, when you focus in patches, you lose, the mind becomes dull. You need to think about what you do off the mat, off the pillow. And this is the time when you think about whether you need to adjust how you relate to other people, what you do in your time off the pillow. And what could be happening here, if you can't focus, maybe you are disturbing somebody else's focus. If somebody's concentrating and you're interrupting or distracting them with something, this is how you're planting that seed that manifests in lack of concentration. So sometimes husband plays piano and he could practice for an hour or longer, and I could walk in and he's in deep concentration. It's not easy, so he's trying to master something. And sometimes I would walk in and ask him a simple question, thinking that he can just answer and not lose his concentration of what he's doing. But it's not the case. So he usually has to stop to look at me, and then it ruins his entire mojo. So when somebody is focusing, or your kids are doing homework, focusing on something, or your boss. So when be mindful when you break somebody's concentration, because you take away energy. And when you take away their energy, um, you know, that's how they become very distracted. Sometimes it's very hard to come back to whatever you're doing when you become distracted in that way. So be careful. And then see if you progress to the next level. Now, um, level five, the monkey is still on the back, and the meditator now is in front of the rabbit. So it's a wonderful stage to get to. So it means that you achieved So it looks like I lost my connectivity and I have no idea how far I went and where I stopped. So apologies for for the quality of this. I sincerely apologize, and I have to fix my. Yes, I'm getting a lot of messages. Trouble streaming. Well, I'll try and fix this for a last class and wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me today.